And what we get are that the hepatocytes are going to radiate out from the central vein in a radial fashion. They come out and they're referred to as they're once known as the hepatic cords, but because they're in 3 dimensions, we refer to them now as the hepatic plates. So these are hepatic plates, and there we can see the hepatocytes. Alright? Now when we look at the human liver, the liver is lobulated. The liver is lobulated, and they're what are referred to as the hepatic lobules. Okay? So they're hepatic lobules. The liver, as you know, is encapsulated as a capsule. Okay? And then there are what are referred to as these hepatic lobules. Now, in the lower animals, for example, like some of the lower animals, you can see the arrangement of the lobules far better, where the connective tissue is more visible. Alright? For example, right here, where the connective tissue elements are preserved, okay, let's even go to a low power, we can see very clearly the hepatic lobules. Okay? And they are roughly hexagonal in shape. But in man and in a lot of other of the animals, a lot of this connective tissue has disappeared. And only at the apices, only at the edges, only at the apices is the connective tissue preserved. And this connective tissue is what is referred to as, that's Glissen's, really what is Glissen's capsule has just sort of, within the liver now, just sort of, just relegated to the connective tissue that we see at the apices of the hepatic lobules. Alright? So this is a hepatic lobule that is roughly hexagonal in shape. Alright? And at the center of that hexagon is the central vein, which is a venule. Toward the apices are what is the interlobular connective tissue, and this interlobular connective tissue is going to contain what is referred to as the portal triad. Okay? For example, right here, we see a number of hepatic lobules coming together. There are a number of hepatic lobules coming together at this point, okay, and giving rise to what is referred to in this little apices here as a portal triad, okay? And that portal triad is going to contain, one, the hepatic portal vein, which will be a branch of the hepatic portal vein, a hepatic artery, which is a branch of the hepatic artery proper, and a bile duct. Okay? So, and these are all at the interlobular stage, because we're between the lobules. So it's really an interlobular branch of the bile duct and interlobular branch of the hepatic artery. Okay, so what you see basically at the apex. So in the liver, so it's best first to study the liver of the lower animal. Then you can appreciate what is happening in the human. So they are what are referred to as in the liver as lobules. And these lobules are known as the hepatic lobules. Hepatic lobule is roughly hexagonal in shape, and at the center is a central vein. Alright? And that central vein is going to lead in to a sublobular vein, and these sublobular veins are finally going to lead into the hepatic veins, which will be leading into the IPC, the inferior vena cava. Okay? So we see this. As I said, what has happened in man is that the connective tissue has, for the most part, a lot of the connective tissue has disappeared. And what really just remains is at the apex or the apices of these hepatic lobules. So this is the slide of a pig. So in the pig, you see the hexagonal arrangement with all the connective tissue beautifully preserved, so you can appreciate the structure of a hepatic lobule. So the apex now, once again, in this interlobular connective tissue, we are going to, as I say, see a hepatic portal vein, a branch of the hepatic artery proper, and the bile duct. Now, the liver is very important. The glandular function of the liver is very, very important. Okay? So, the liver has been described as, by some people, as a compound tubular serous gland. Very strange, a compound tubular serous gland. By some people it has been described this way. Why? Because the liver is going to be secreting bile. Okay? So these are serous type colored cells, and they are secreting bile. So what's happening, first of all, there are two flows occurring. There's one flow that's occurring from the hepatic portal vein directly through what we will see later are sinusoidal spaces to the central vein. Okay? So there's one flow going in this direction. So there's a flow going from the portal triad, as you know from your lectures, directly to the central vein. And that flow is going to be occurring through the sinusoidal spaces. So what you're seeing here are the sinusoidal spaces. And those sinusoidal spaces are going to be lined by an endothelium. The sinusoidal spaces are lined by an endothelium. And there are roughly two types of cells there. Some books describe two types of cells. The normal endothelial cells that you see associated with the sinusoid, and cells that send out processes, cytoplasmic processes. And these are known as Kupffer cells. Okay? So within that lining, we find the Kupffer cells. And these are large, fixed macrophages. And they are going to ingest all of the old cellular elements, things that are broken down, various pigments, etc. These cells are going to ingest them. And very interestingly, tried to look for that slide this morning but couldn't find it. I had a number of slides where what we have done to the animal is injected India ink in the blood and left it there for an hour or two. And then after that, sacrificed the animal, and you notice that all these Kupffer cells were filled large with all of this black carbon, this particulate material. Okay? So lining the sinusoidal cells are described as two types of cells. Normal endothelial type cells together with some large, I suspect, yeah, this is one here. So right here, the larger cells here that we see, these are the large fixed macrophages. And as you know, endothelium has squamous cells. So those cells that are more flattened and squamous, these cells would be more the normal endothelial type cells. Okay, see, this is a beautiful section here going right through a sinusoid, cut in a rather unusual plane. Not usual to see because they're anastomose. The sinusoids are anastomose and branch. And that's a sinusoidal type cell. Kupffer cells will be more larger than that. Okay? So there are two flows occurring. There's a flow from the hepatic portal vein through the sinusoidal spaces directly into the central vein. These in fact are venules. Based on the micrometer, how much microns in diameter and all that, they're really classified as, in fact, as venules. But we just call them central veins. Okay? Alright? Now, very interesting, very, very interesting is that these cells border the portal triad, and they have special names. A special name applied to these cells, but that's just for research methods. And you don't need to know those things. We're not going to burden you with a whole heap of additional names. Okay? But when you're looking, for example, at drugs, and I'm sure this was pointed out in your lecture, that when you're looking now at drugs that are hepatotoxic, so